Luxury has never been defined by material excess alone. Private jets and sprawling estates may signal success, but true luxury is measured through influence, control, and endurance. It emerges when individuals move beyond personal wealth and begin building systems that generate power across generations. This is where celebrity gives way to legacy. In Luxuries Legacy, Celebrity Showdown, we explore how the world's most recognizable figures transformed fame into lasting financial empires, revealing that enduring wealth is never accidental. It is engineered. We begin with two global icons whose paths to power could not be more different. Oprah Winfrey, the media visionary who redefined storytelling and ownership, stands opposite Rihanna, the artist-turned-entrepreneur whose beauty and fashion brands disrupted global consumer markets. Their methods diverge, but their destination is the same: power designed to outlast personal stardom. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is not simply a television icon. She is one of the most influential cultural architects of the modern era. Born on January 29, 1954, in rural Mississippi, her early life was marked by poverty, instability, and hardship. Moving between relatives and environments, Oprah developed an emotional intelligence shaped by survival, empathy, and observation. These formative experiences would later become the defining strength of a career built on human connection. Her rise began in local broadcasting, where she immediately stood apart. At a time when television demanded detachment and polish, Oprah brought vulnerability and authenticity. She spoke as a participant, not an observer. That approach reshaped the medium. When she took over a struggling Chicago morning talk show, few expected transformation. Within years, the Oprah Winfrey Show became one of the most watched and trusted programs in television history. But Oprah's success was never just about ratings. It was about trust. Her audience did not look to her for spectacle, but for resonance. Over time, that trust translated into cultural authority, allowing her to influence conversations, values, and markets at scale. That authority became the foundation of something far larger than a show. Building an empire, not just a show. While the Oprah Winfrey Show made her a household name, Oprah understood a deeper truth. Identity creates fame, but ownership creates legacy. Unlike many stars of her time, she didn't just front an existing media vehicle. She created Harpo Productions, a vehicle to control her content, distribution, and brand direction. Owning her own company meant that every syndication deal, every international broadcast, and every spin-off venture funneled value back to her, instead of just earning a paycheck. This is the foundational secret of celebrity wealth. Turn roles into rights. Oprah expanded her reach through books, film, and ultimately television ownership. Her partnership and ownership in the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, gave her a seat at the decision-making table of mainstream media. Over time, this translated not just into influence, but sustainable financial power. As of 2025, Forbes lists Oprah with a net worth of around $3 billion. Driven by decades of strategic investments, media ownership, and diversification into real estate and branding deals. Far beyond television, the power of trust. Oprah's biggest asset wasn't her voice. It was her reputation. Her recommendations, whether a book, a wellness product, or an emerging creator, could alter markets. Books she endorsed often became bestsellers overnight. Entire industries were reshaped by the Oprah effect. Unlike many celebrity founders who build brands around themselves, Oprah's empire was built through trust. Her audience didn't just buy what she sold. They believed in what she stood for. That level of emotional loyalty translates into economic resilience. Even in 2025, decades after her original show ended, Oprah's name still carries enormous cultural weight. And that weight continues to fuel business ventures, partnerships, and media influence. Rihanna, the pop star who built her own economy. Robin Rihanna Fenty was born in Barbados on February 20, 1988. Her entry into music was meteoric. Discovered as a teenager, she quickly established herself as one of the world's biggest pop stars. But Rihanna's genius wasn't limited to music. She watched the industry she dominated and saw a glaring opportunity. The beauty world was built for everyone except everyone. In 2017, Rihanna launched Fenty Beauty in partnership with luxury giant LVMH. Rather than settling for a licensing fee or celebrity endorsement, she negotiated ownership and creative control over the brand. The result? A cosmetics powerhouse that reached massive global scale, particularly through its focus on inclusivity, offering one of the broadest shade ranges in beauty. This wasn't just smart branding, it was smart economics. Inclusive beauty wasn't merely a social movement, it unlocked a larger market, and Rihanna capitalized. Business beyond beauty, a diversified empire. Rihanna's commercial reach extends well beyond makeup. She steered Savage X Fenty, a lingerie brand celebrated for its inclusivity, to massive valuation and cultural relevance as well. Fenty's success disrupted how fashion brands approached representation and sizing, turning it into both a cultural statement and a serious business vehicle. Recent reports indicate Rihanna's net worth sits around $1 billion in 2025, reflecting flat sales in some markets and leadership transitions at Savage X Fenty, but she remains one of the most influential and financially powerful entertainers in the world. In addition to beauty and fashion, Rihanna's influence touches streaming services like Tidal, film roles, and strategic endorsements. Her Clara Leonel Foundation has also become a powerful philanthropic platform, showing that wealth for Rihanna is not just personal, it can be global. Recent industry news shows that luxury conglomerate LVMH is exploring the sale of its 50% stake in Fenty Beauty, potentially valuing the brand between $1 billion and $2 billion, which could significantly amplify Rihanna's financial profile if executed. Different paths, same destination. Oprah and Rihanna's journeys are unlike any other in celebrity history. Oprah rose before the internet age, building deep audience relationships through prolonged engagement and long-form storytelling. Rihanna mastered brand velocity in an era of virality and digital commerce, turning social influence into scalable businesses. One built authority through trust and conversation. The other built relevance through cultural influence and inclusivity. But here's the core truth that unites them both. They transcended their original platforms. Oprah didn't just host a show, she owned the media behind it. Rihanna didn't just perform, she built businesses that outlived chart success. Their stories are not casual tales of fame. They are blueprints for how celebrity can evolve into a legacy that money cannot simply buy. It must be earned through vision, strategy, and impact. The empire builder, Oprah's long game in wealth. Few names in modern celebrity culture carry the weight of Oprah Winfrey. She is not just a talk show legend. She is a media institution. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah's climb to billionaire status was not a tale of overnight fame, but decades of strategic ownership. As of 2025, Forbes estimates Oprah's net worth at roughly $3.2 billion, making her one of the richest self-made women on the planet. But that number, as staggering as it is, doesn't tell the whole story. Most celebrities accumulate wealth through endorsements, touring, or royalties. Oprah's wealth comes from ownership. Starting with Harpo Productions, she didn't just host a show. She owned the rights, the content, and the profits behind it. This distinction is where ordinary fame becomes lasting power. The net worth breakdown. Oprah's diversified holdings. In an era where celebrity net worth is often inflated by short-term endorsements and headline-driven deals, Oprah Winfrey's financial foundation is built on something far more durable. Her wealth is anchored in ownership, long-term strategy, and carefully diversified assets that extend well beyond entertainment cycles. This approach transforms income into infrastructure, allowing her empire to compound quietly while remaining insulated from industry volatility. At the core of that structure sits her media and production ecosystem. Harpo Productions and decades of content ownership continue to generate value through syndication and licensing agreements that outlast traditional paychecks. Rather than chasing visibility, Oprah retained control, ensuring that every piece of storytelling reinforced both cultural influence and financial return. Her strategic involvement in television network equity further reflects this philosophy. While she reduced her direct ownership stake in OWN, the move strengthened her alignment with a global media conglomerate, exchanging short-term control for long-term leverage. The result was not a retreat from power, but a recalibration toward scale and sustainability. Philanthropy as leverage. Another dimension of their empires lies in strategic philanthropy. Oprah's charitable efforts, including the Oprah Winfrey Foundation and her support for educational initiatives like the Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, go beyond generosity. They are deliberate investments in societal capital. Philanthropy strengthens her brand, extends her network of influence, and reinforces public perception as a leader who invests in human potential. Rihanna's Clara Leonel Foundation follows a similar logic. By funding global education, emergency response, and health initiatives, she positions herself as a socially conscious entrepreneur whose brands are aligned with broader societal values. The intersection of purpose and profit not only attracts loyal customers, but also fosters stakeholder trust, an increasingly valuable commodity in modern luxury branding. Media diversification, a shield against volatility. Both icons have diversified across media formats to reduce reliance on any single platform. Oprah extended into film, cable networks, streaming partnerships, and even podcasting. Each venture provides multiple revenue streams while reinforcing her brand as a trusted source of content. Diversification also acts as a hedge against the volatile nature of entertainment markets, ensuring that one setback doesn't jeopardize the empire. Rihanna's approach mirrors this, albeit digitally oriented. Beyond music, her influence spans fashion, beauty, brand collaborations, social media campaigns, and digital content. Savage X Fenty's fashion shows, for instance, were among the first to combine live streaming, e-commerce, and entertainment, creating a self-sustaining ecosystem where marketing, audience engagement, and sales coexist seamlessly. This strategic overlap reduces risk while amplifying market impact. Mentorship and cultural pipelines. A subtle yet critical element of their legacies is mentorship and cultural impact pipelines. Oprah has historically nurtured emerging voices through her media ventures, giving platforms to authors, thought leaders, and entrepreneurs who otherwise might have remained unseen. These mentorship networks expand her influence indirectly, creating a ripple effect where her brand becomes synonymous with opportunity and credibility. Rihanna has created a similar pipeline in fashion and beauty. Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty frequently spotlight emerging designers, models, and creatives, democratizing access to a traditionally exclusive industry. By embedding mentorship and talent development into their empires, both Oprah and Rihanna ensure their influence multiplies across generations, sustaining relevance beyond their personal visibility. Strategic partnerships and alliances. Oprah and Rihanna have demonstrated a keen understanding of strategic alliances. Oprah's partnerships with Harpo Productions, OWN, and streaming platforms like Apple TV+ allow her to leverage existing infrastructure while maintaining significant control over her intellectual property. These partnerships create mutual value. Oprah benefits from distribution and investment, while collaborators benefit from her brand equity. Rihanna's collaboration with LVMH for Fenty Beauty exemplifies a next-generation partnership model. Rather than merely endorsing products, she negotiated co-ownership, ensuring decision-making authority and profit participation. This model demonstrates how celebrity influence can be transformed into institutional power, redefining norms for brand-founder relationships. Impact on industry standards. The influence of Oprah and Rihanna extends beyond personal wealth. They reshape industry norms. Oprah's book club, for example, became a cultural benchmark, influencing publishing trends for decades. Similarly, her focus on authentic, inclusive storytelling set new expectations for daytime television and media content globally. Rihanna's insistence on inclusivity in beauty and fashion forced competitors to reevaluate product ranges and marketing strategies. By proving that cultural responsiveness could equal profitability, she accelerated systemic change in industries historically slow to evolve. Both celebrities demonstrate that true luxury is power to change standards, not just the ability to accumulate assets. Longevity and adaptation. Finally, one of the most critical aspects of their legacies is adaptation over time. Oprah mastered the transition from traditional broadcast television to digital platforms, ensuring her brand remained relevant in an age of streaming and social media. Rihanna similarly evolved from a chart-topping artist into a multi-category entrepreneur, successfully shifting public perception from entertainer to industry titan. Their ability to anticipate trends, embrace technology, and remain culturally attuned ensures that their empires are not tied to a single era. Rihanna's beauty empire, a trailblazing business model. On the opposite side of our showdown stands Rihanna, who took a different path. Not through decades of broadcast dominance, but through disruptive consumer brands and cultural authority. As of 2025, Rihanna's net worth is estimated by Forbes at around $1 billion, ranking her among the wealthiest musicians and celebrity founders globally. But unlike many celebrities who earned from music tours or albums, the bulk of Rihanna's fortune comes from her brands, most notably Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty. In 2017, Rihanna launched Fenty Beauty in a 50-50 joint venture with luxury conglomerate LVMH. The brand was an immediate disruptor. Its inclusive approach, offering a wide range of foundation shades, filled a massive underserved market. Within its first month, Fenty Beauty generated roughly $72 million in sales, an unprecedented start for a celebrity brand. Over the years, the company's revenue grew into the hundreds of millions, and its total valuation reached multi-billion dollars, with Rihanna owning half of that value. But the road hasn't been perfectly smooth. In 2025, Rihanna's net worth saw a dip. Reports suggest a decline from earlier estimates of $1.4 billion to around $1 billion, largely due to leadership turnover and challenging international market conditions for Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty. The Fenty dynamic. Valuation, performance, and peak potential. Rihanna's business ventures were never designed as single product experiments. From the outset, they were built as interconnected consumer ecosystems, spanning beauty, fashion, and lifestyle, each reinforcing the other. Rather than attaching her name to fleeting trends, she positioned Fenty as a scalable platform capable of shaping global consumer behavior across multiple categories. At the center of this structure sits Fenty Beauty, a brand that disrupted the cosmetics industry through inclusivity and product range. Its global resonance translated into sustained commercial performance, with strong revenue generation and brand recognition continuing well into 2024. More importantly, Fenty Beauty established a new industry standard, proving that cultural alignment and commercial success could coexist at scale. That philosophy carried into Savage X Fenty, where inclusive sizing and unconventional marketing reshaped how fashion brands approached representation. While internal leadership changes temporarily slowed momentum, the brand's cultural footprint remains intact, supported by a loyal consumer base and a reputation for challenging traditional fashion norms. Beyond these flagship brands, Rihanna expanded her reach through selective ventures in hair care, fashion collaborations, and long-term partnerships such as Puma. Each move reinforced her presence across industries without diluting the core Fenty identity. Complementing these ventures are luxury real estate holdings in major global cities, providing stability and long-term asset appreciation beyond consumer markets. This ecosystem now sits at a pivotal moment. LVMH, the luxury conglomerate that co-owns Fenty Beauty, has explored the possibility of divesting its stake, with valuations reportedly ranging between $1 and $2 billion. If realized, such a move would not merely adjust Rihanna's net worth, but redefine the scale and independence of her business empire. Oprah's Rihanna Wealth Strategy Face-Off. With both portfolios now in view, the comparison shifts away from fame and toward philosophy. This is not a contest of popularity, but a study in how power is accumulated, protected, and expanded over time. Oprah Winfrey and Rihanna arrive at immense wealth through fundamentally different strategies, each reflecting a distinct understanding of influence, ownership, and longevity. Oprah's approach is defined by generational endurance. Her empire was built gradually, reinforced over decades through consistency, trust, and narrative control. By prioritizing long-term relevance over rapid expansion, she ensured that her content, and the influence attached to it, would outlive shifting cultural trends. The result is a form of wealth designed to mature rather than peak, gaining authority as time passes. Rihanna's strategy operates on a different axis. Her ascent was driven by market velocity, using cultural relevance as fuel to scale global brands at unprecedented speed. Instead of waiting for longevity to emerge, she engineered scale early, disrupting industries by meeting consumers where culture was already moving. Her wealth reflects momentum, responsiveness, and the ability to capitalize on cultural timing. Ownership further separates their paths. Oprah transformed creative control into corporate equity by owning both content and distribution, turning media presence into institutional power. Rihanna, by contrast, pursued strategic co-ownership, aligning with global luxury giants like LVMH to access infrastructure, credibility, and scale. Different mechanisms, same destination, authority within the system rather than dependency on it. Their influence follows the same divergence. Oprah's power operates quietly and persistently, shaping cultural narratives over long horizons, often away from the spotlight. Rihanna's influence is immediate and visually dominant, amplified through fashion, beauty, and product-driven engagement across global markets. One builds permanence through trust, the other through representation and reach. Both strategies produce extraordinary wealth, but through different currencies. Oprah invested in trust, control, and narrative ownership, while Rihanna leveraged cultural access, brand alignment, and global visibility. The outcome is not a winner, but a revelation. Luxury power can be constructed through patience or velocity, so long as control remains at the center. The verdict: strategic, not financial. In terms of net worth alone, Oprah remains ahead. But in terms of brand momentum and cultural resonance in younger markets, Rihanna's model showcases a modern blueprint for celebrity capital. One built an empire around media trust and legacy content. The other built a consumer empire rooted in identity, inclusivity, and global distribution. Both approaches are different expressions of the same core principle. Wealth built through influence is only as strong as the structures behind it. And in this era, the structure, ownership, defines legacy. Tiger Woods, golf's undisputed king. When Tiger Woods stepped onto the professional golf scene in 1996, no one could have predicted the seismic impact he would have on his sport, both on and off the course. From the very first time he gripped a club as a child prodigy, Woods displayed an intensity and precision that set him apart. Over the next 3 decades, he redefined excellence in golf with an unmatched list of records. Tiger's athletic success wasn't merely routine dominance. It was transformation. Television ratings skyrocketed when he played. Sponsors lined up. Brands saw in Woods something rare: an athlete whose appeal crossed demographics, geographies, and industries. His competitive peak made him the highest-paid athlete of his generation, and the wealth he amassed from endorsements alone was staggering. But it wasn't the prize money that built Tiger's empire. His off-course earnings were the foundation. Nike's iconic partnership with Woods spanned almost 3 decades, generating hundreds of millions for both parties. Corporate deals with Rolex, American Express, Gillette, EA Sports, and many others further solidified his standing. Woods didn't just represent brands, he elevated them. A Tiger Woods golf ball or apparel line was more than a product. It became part of a global lifestyle identity, leading to revenue streams that extended far beyond the fairways. Beyond the fairway. Tiger's business blueprint. Tiger's wealth model revolutionized how athletes think about earnings. While prize money, even at the highest levels of golf, is substantial, it pales beside long-term business ventures. Tiger understood this early. He founded TGR Design, a golf course design and development firm that partners with investors to build premier courses worldwide, turning his expertise into real estate and legacy income. He invested in PopStroke, a burgeoning mini-golf and lifestyle brand with locations in major U.S. cities, blending golf's traditional image with entertainment. In 2020, Woods helped launch T&RW Sports, a tech and media company blending sports and entertainment, an ambitious venture co-founded with Rory McIlroy and backed by other celebrity investors, including Justin Timberlake, DJ Khaled, and Macklemore. Tiger's personal lifestyle investments, from modern luxury real estate, including his multi-acre estate in Jupiter Island, Florida, to high-value vehicles and a private jet, reflect how a sports legacy can blend living legend with capital growth. Thanks to this diversified foundation, Tiger's net worth in 2025 is conservatively estimated around $1.3 billion to $1.4 billion, making him the richest golfer in history and one of the wealthiest athletes ever. The Magic Touch. Earvin Magic Johnson. Earvin Magic Johnson was never just a basketball player. He was a phenomenon. From his Showtime Lakers dominance in the 1980s to his Hall of Fame induction, Johnson carried charisma and competitiveness beyond the court. But it is his post-NBA financial journey that truly distinguishes him. While his NBA earnings from the 1979 to 1991 seasons never approached modern superstar salaries, Magic didn't need monumental playing pay to become a billionaire. Instead, he strategy-scaled every opportunity in front of him. Magic's business transformation began with urban development. Opening movie theaters, Starbucks, and Burger King franchises in historically underserved communities wasn't just enterprise. It was economic empowerment. His first major breakthrough, however, came with ownership. Building a business empire outside sports. Unlike many athletes who rely on endorsement deals long after retirement, Magic Johnson shifted into business ownership early and intentionally. His crown jewel investment is a 60% stake in Equitrust Life Insurance Company, an Iowa-based firm whose assets under management soared from about $16 billion to over $27 billion under his leadership, giving Johnson consistent, institutional revenue far beyond one-off deals. In addition to insurance, Magic owns minority shares in numerous major sports franchises, including the Los Angeles Dodgers, MLB, Washington Commanders, NFL, Los Angeles Sparks, WNBA, and LAFC, MLS. These holdings not only generate long-term returns, but also give Johnson stake-level influence in multiple revenue streams. Magic Johnson Enterprises, MGE, has also expanded into real estate, fitness, entertainment, and consumer services. Across decades, he has shown that brand equity earned as an athlete can be harnessed into institutional wealth structures, an approach fundamentally different from traditional post-career celebrity entrepreneurship. As of 2025, Johnson's net worth is estimated around $1.5 billion, not from playing contracts, but from a strategic portfolio of ownership and reinvestment. The cultural impact of athletes beyond the game. Tiger Woods and Magic Johnson each changed not just their sports, but the cultural perception of athletes globally. Tiger's dominance on the golf course elevated the sport's visibility worldwide, drawing younger and more diverse audiences to golf. He broke long-standing barriers, race, tradition, and demographics, inspiring a generation of golfers and fans alike. His presence at tournaments created event economies, from hotel bookings to local merchandising, demonstrating how a single athlete can generate a ripple effect in the broader economy. Magic Johnson's influence operates on an entirely different plane. By positioning himself as both an entertainer and a businessman, he helped reshape the perception of athletes as community leaders and entrepreneurs. His visibility in urban business revitalization projects, from franchises to real estate, created a blueprint for how celebrity status can be leveraged for social and economic impact. This duality, sports as a platform for societal change, is a lesson that transcends basketball or golf. Branding and personality as business assets. Tiger Woods' personal brand is synonymous with precision, focus, and excellence. But his team strategically built it into a lifestyle ecosystem. From signature apparel and equipment to video games and instructional content, Tiger's brand extends into multiple revenue streams, each reinforcing the other. By associating his name with high-quality products and experiences, he created a self-sustaining brand cycle where visibility directly translates into monetization. Magic Johnson leveraged charisma differently. Known as one of the most personable athletes in history, he turned his personality into networking capital. Business partners and investors were drawn not only to his celebrity, but also to his credibility and ability to inspire confidence. In many deals, Magic's presence alone opened doors that would otherwise remain closed. This form of social capital became a strategic asset, enabling him to acquire and scale businesses efficiently. Athletes as investors in technology and media. Beyond traditional sports ventures, both athletes embrace technology as a vehicle for influence and revenue. Tiger Woods' involvement in TMR2 Sports merges sports, entertainment, and tech, signaling a modern approach where athlete influence shapes media consumption. Tiger's forward-thinking involvement illustrates that athletic insight can become a technology-driven enterprise, turning cultural clout into shareholder value. Magic Johnson similarly embraced media and tech investments. Through media partnerships and minority stakes in streaming content and entertainment projects, he ensures that his influence is not just financial, but also narrative-driven. This dual approach, using platforms to generate both capital and cultural influence, is key to sustaining relevance long after retirement. Philanthropy as strategic capital. Tiger Woods Foundation focuses on youth education, promoting STEM learning, and creating opportunities for underprivileged students. Beyond altruism, this philanthropic work strengthens Woods' brand, creating social legitimacy that enhances partnerships and broadens market appeal. By aligning personal values with business ventures, he reinforces a brand of integrity and social contribution. Magic Johnson's charitable initiatives have had a direct economic and social impact. From HIV/AIDS awareness campaigns to urban revitalization programs, he uses his foundation and business ventures to create ecosystems that empower communities, simultaneously expanding his influence and market relevance. His approach demonstrates that strategic philanthropy can function as both social good and brand accelerator, merging profit and purpose. Internationalization and global impact. Tiger Woods helped globalize golf. His international tournaments, brand partnerships, and course designs expanded golf's reach into markets like Asia and Europe, demonstrating that a single athlete can drive global market penetration. This global footprint translates into sponsorship deals, licensing opportunities, and brand longevity. Magic Johnson has also cultivated an international profile, albeit through a different strategy. By investing in globally recognized franchises and aligning with multinational partners, he leverages brand recognition into global business networks. This strategy ensures that his impact is felt far beyond the NBA or US markets, positioning him as a globally influential entrepreneur. Contrasting wealth models, Tiger vs. Magic. The financial journeys of Tiger Woods and Magic Johnson are both rooted in excellence, yet their lasting value lies in how differently each translated achievement into longevity. What separates them is not success on the court or course, but the architecture they built around it. Their stories reveal two distinct approaches to transforming athletic dominance into enduring financial power. Tiger Woods constructed his wealth around performance-driven visibility. His dominance in golf elevated his name into a global brand, attracting elite endorsements and long-term partnerships that extended far beyond the sport itself. That recognition became a gateway into lifestyle ventures, media initiatives, and technology-adjacent projects, all unified by the strength of his personal brand. His financial model depends on relevance, appeal, and the continued resonance of his name. Magic Johnson followed a different blueprint. Rather than centering his empire on endorsement power, he pursued deep ownership across industries that generate income independently of personal fame. Insurance, real estate, consumer businesses, and franchise equity form the foundation of a diversified portfolio designed for stability and scale. Flagship holdings such as Equitrust exemplify this approach, producing substantial revenue while reinforcing long-term control. The distinction becomes clearer when examining how each man structured risk and reward. Who holds the financial advantage? If this showdown were judged strictly by net worth, the numbers show it's close. Magic Johnson, $1.5 billion, 2025 estimate. Tiger Woods, $1.3 billion to $1.4 billion, 2025 estimate. Magic edges ahead on total value, driven by institutional ownership and diversified assets, but Tiger's empire, rooted in branding, design, and innovation, remains one of the most influential in sports business history. But raw net worth alone doesn't tell the whole story. The future-proof stability of Magic's insurance and franchise holdings differs from Tiger's brand-driven ventures that depend more on cultural relevance and consumer engagement. Each pathway demonstrates a philosophy of wealth that reflects not just economic capability, but personal strategy. Financial lessons from two titans. The financial journeys of Tiger Woods and Magic Johnson are both rooted in elite performance, yet their enduring value emerges from how differently each translated achievement into longevity. What ultimately separates them is not dominance on the course or the court, but the financial architecture constructed around that success. Together, their stories reveal two distinct philosophies for converting athletic greatness into lasting economic power. Tiger Woods built his empire around performance-driven visibility. His historic dominance in golf elevated his name into a global brand, attracting elite endorsements and long-term partnerships that extended far beyond the sport itself. That recognition became a gateway into lifestyle ventures, media initiatives, and technology-adjacent projects, all unified by the gravitational pull of his personal brand. His financial model depends on relevance, appeal, and the sustained resonance of his identity. Magic Johnson followed a fundamentally different blueprint. Rather than centering his empire on endorsement leverage, he pursued deep ownership across industries designed to generate income independent of personal fame. Insurance, real estate, consumer enterprises, and franchise equity form the backbone of a diversified portfolio engineered for durability and scale. Flagship holdings such as Equitrust exemplify this approach, producing substantial revenue while reinforcing long-term control. LeBron James, athlete, entrepreneur, icon. LeBron Raymond James was born on December 30, 1984, in Akron, Ohio. From his early high school days, LeBron was hailed as a once-in-a-generation talent, gracing national magazine covers and earning comparisons to Michael Jordan. Unlike many prodigies, LeBron delivered on the promise, becoming a 4-time NBA champion and 4-time MVP while shattering multiple records. But his significance extends beyond the basketball court. LeBron recognized early that fame, performance, and influence could be leveraged into lasting financial power. His approach is a hybrid. Athlete-first credibility combined with strategic investments in media, entertainment, and lifestyle brands. LeBron's net worth as of 2025 is estimated at $1 billion, making him the first active NBA player to achieve billionaire status. However, unlike many athletes, the majority of this wealth comes from ownership, endorsements, and strategic partnerships, not just salary. The media kingpin. Leading from behind the scenes, LeBron founded Spring Hill Entertainment, a production company that creates content for film, TV, and streaming platforms. Spring Hill has produced major projects including Netflix's Space Jam, a new legacy and scripted series focusing on athletes, culture, and social issues. The company is valued in the hundreds of millions, and LeBron owns the controlling stake. HollywoodReporter.com. Beyond entertainment, he co-owns Blaze Pizza franchises, which has scaled rapidly to over 350 locations in the U.S. LeBron's initial investment reportedly exceeded $1 million. But revenues and franchise equity propelled the stake into a multi-million-dollar portfolio. LeBron also strategically partners with Nike, having one of the most lucrative athlete deals in history. A lifetime partnership with Nike reportedly generates over $60 million annually, including royalties from the LeBron signature line. Social impact and cultural relevance. LeBron's financial empire isn't just built on transactions. It is reinforced by social and cultural capital. His activism, philanthropy, and leadership extend his influence beyond sports. The I Promise School in Akron, Ohio, exemplifies this. A public school for at-risk children funded by LeBron and his foundation, ensuring not only education, but also lifelong support structures for students. Cleveland.com. By embedding social impact within his brand, LeBron enhances cultural loyalty, which translates into a financial moat around his business ventures. Fans don't just buy a product, they invest emotionally in a legacy that resonates with community and purpose. Jay-Z, the hip-hop billionaire. Sean Corey Carter, professionally known as Jay-Z, is a legend of music and business. Born on December 4, 1969, in Brooklyn, New York, Jay-Z transformed adversity into opportunity. His early work in hip-hop paved the way for a career that blends music, entrepreneurship, and strategic investments. Jay-Z was the first rapper to cross into billionaire status through a combination of music royalties, equity investments, and lifestyle brand ownership. His net worth as of 2025 is estimated at $2.5 billion, reflecting ownership in music streaming, fashion, sports management, and luxury spirits. Diversified holdings, the Jay's model. Jay's financial strategy is rooted in ownership and selective alignment rather than short-term monetization. Instead of relying on fleeting earnings, he built a portfolio designed to grant control across culture, commerce, and distribution. Each asset reinforces the next, forming an ecosystem where influence translates directly into long-term economic power. At the center of this structure sits Roc Nation, a full-service entertainment enterprise spanning music, sports, and brand management. Beyond producing artists, the company represents elite athletes, positioning Jay-Z at the intersection of performance, sponsorship, and endorsement leverage. Roc Nation operates not merely as a label, but as an infrastructure of influence. That philosophy extends into luxury through Armand de Brignac, the champagne brand he acquired and scaled into a globally recognized symbol of exclusivity. By expanding international distribution and aligning the product with high-status cultural moments, Jay-Z transformed the brand into a multi-million-dollar enterprise that merges lifestyle branding with luxury credibility. Control of distribution has also been central to his model. The acquisition of Tidal gave Jay-Z a platform to influence how music reaches a global audience, using exclusivity and artist partnerships to differentiate the service within a competitive market. Rather than competing solely on scale, Tidal positioned itself through cultural capital and strategic alliances. Complementing these ventures are significant real estate holdings in New York, Los Angeles, and international markets, assets that provide both capital appreciation and lifestyle authority. Additional investments across sports, esports, and venture capital further extend his reach, embedding his influence across multiple domains. Together, these holdings reflect a wealth model built not on visibility alone, but on ownership, access, and control. Comparing strategic approaches, LeBron vs. Jay-Z. LeBron James and Jay-Z both exemplify the powerful intersection of fame and finance. Yet the strategies they employ to convert influence into wealth operate on different foundations. Their comparison is not about scale or visibility, but about how each man structures control, dependence, and long-term sustainability within his empire. LeBron's model is anchored in brand leverage. His credibility as an elite athlete fuels expansion into media, consumer products, and franchise investments. Ventures such as Spring Hill, Blaze Pizza, and his long-standing partnership with Nike derive significant value from his personal image and continued cultural relevance. His wealth strategy emphasizes active participation, where performance and presence remain central to growth. Jay-Z's approach is built around ownership and autonomy. Rather than extending his image into adjacent ventures, he acquires and controls businesses capable of operating independently of his performance in any single domain. Assets such as Roc Nation, Armand Dubbrignac, and Tidal generate value through equity, distribution rights, and long-term positioning, reducing reliance on visibility while increasing structural control. This distinction is further reflected in how income is composed. LeBron's earnings combine salary, endorsements, and hands-on business involvement, creating a dynamic but performance-linked model. Jay-Z's income flows primarily through equity stakes, royalties, and investments, allowing wealth to scale passively as portfolios mature. Their market reach reinforces this divergence. LeBron's influence remains rooted in sports, extending strategically into media and franchising, while Jay-Z operates from a culture-centric position with multi-sector impact across music, sports, spirits, and technology. Both paths lead to extraordinary wealth, but through different designs. One maximizes brand momentum. The other institutionalizes cultural authority. The evolution of athlete as entrepreneur. LeBron James and Jay-Z demonstrate how modern athletes and entertainers have transcended the traditional boundaries of their fields. LeBron is more than a basketball player. He is an athlete-entrepreneur hybrid, blending on-court dominance with off-court influence. His approach exemplifies how sports credibility can be converted into multiple forms of wealth, from media to franchises. Jay-Z, conversely, shows how cultural capital functions as currency. He leveraged a reputation built on decades in music to acquire, scale, and control businesses across diverse industries. Whereas LeBron's wealth is anchored in personal performance and brand influence, Jay-Z's empire thrives even in the absence of new musical releases, illustrating the power of structural ownership. Media and content dominance. LeBron's Spring Hill Entertainment is a strategic extension of his personal brand. Beyond films and series, the company produces content highlighting athlete narratives and social issues, creating a media footprint that resonates with diverse audiences. The projects often align with LeBron's personal mission, ensuring authenticity and cultural relevance. Spring Hill's partnerships with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV showcase LeBron's savvy in leveraging streaming platforms for global reach. Jay-Z operates similarly, but at a larger scale. Roc Nation functions as a full-service media and talent ecosystem, encompassing music, sports management, and entertainment. His ownership structure ensures that revenue flows continue regardless of his personal creative output. Sports investments and franchises. LeBron's influence in sports extends beyond his playing career. Through Spring Hill's media production, co-ownership of Blaze Pizza franchises, and active engagement in basketball-related initiatives, he creates synergies between athletics, commerce, and entertainment. Jay-Z's sports investments are more hands-off yet equally impactful. His partnership with Roc Nation Sports allows him to manage athlete careers, negotiate endorsements, and guide branding strategies. This creates an ecosystem where Jay-Z shapes athlete financial outcomes, leveraging his experience to generate revenue streams beyond traditional management. Philanthropy and social impact as strategic tools. Students and communities become advocates for LeBron's broader mission, indirectly strengthening his business influence. Jay-Z's philanthropic work, through initiatives like the Sean Carter Foundation, also doubles as strategic positioning. By funding educational programs and social initiatives, he enhances cultural authority, creating a network of goodwill that extends across music, sports, and business. Luxury and lifestyle branding. LeBron and Jay-Z also excel at creating luxury lifestyle brands that intersect with personal influence. LeBron's Nike partnership, including the LeBron signature line, positions him within high-end athletic wear while generating substantial royalties. His investment in Blaze Pizza, though not a luxury brand, demonstrates his ability to identify scalable franchises with high brand potential. Jay-Z, on the other hand, operates directly within luxury markets. Armand de Brignac, Ace of Spades. Champagne embodies exclusivity and prestige, turning Jay-Z's personal brand into a global luxury icon. This approach allows him to command pricing power and cultivate aspirational appeal, reinforcing both wealth and influence. Cultural resonance and legacy strategy. LeBron's legacy merges athletic excellence with community impact. His influence spans generations, inspiring younger athletes while reinforcing social responsibility as a component of celebrity branding. The I-Pro-Mice School and other philanthropic efforts ensure that his legacy is measured by social impact as much as by financial success. Jay-Z's legacy is similarly multifaceted. He transformed hip-hop culture into a global business engine, creating a model for artists to achieve wealth through ownership. His ventures in luxury, streaming, and athlete management expand his cultural influence beyond music, making him a figure whose authority persists across industries and generations. Who builds the stronger legacy? Evaluating long-term influence, Jay-Z holds a slight edge in diversification and independence from personal performance. LeBron's empire is exceptional, but tied more closely to ongoing visibility and relevance in sports. Yet in cultural resonance, both icons have achieved enduring significance. LeBron bridges generations in basketball and social impact. Jay-Z bridges decades in music, luxury branding, and business strategy. Together, they exemplify modern strategies for celebrity wealth, using platform, fame, and influence to build multi-domain empires. Jerry Seinfeld, the observational king. Jerry Seinfeld rose to fame in the 1980s as a stand-up comedian in New York, ultimately becoming a household name with the groundbreaking sitcom Seinfeld, 1989 to 1998. Often called the show about nothing, Seinfeld became a cultural phenomenon, redefining sitcoms with observational humor and razor-sharp writing. Seinfeld's genius wasn't just comedic timing, it was business foresight. By negotiating ownership of the show's syndication rights, he ensured that profits would continue to flow long after the series ended. In fact, Seinfeld remains one of the most lucrative TV syndication deals ever, generating hundreds of millions annually. As of 2025, Jerry Seinfeld's net worth is estimated at $1 billion, largely fueled by residuals, stand-up tours, and smart investments in real estate and media ventures. CelebrityNetWorth.com. The business of nothing. Seinfeld is a textbook case of strategic ownership. By retaining creative and financial rights, Jerry ensured that syndication deals, streaming contracts, and merchandise sales flowed directly into his coffers. Netflix, Amazon, and HBO Max all pay massive licensing fees to stream Seinfeld, giving the series a lifespan beyond traditional broadcast television. HollywoodReporter.com. Beyond television, Jerry maintains lucrative stand-up tours worldwide, often grossing $30 million to $40 million annually from live performances. His approach demonstrates how a personal brand combined with intellectual property ownership can create a financial engine that operates decades beyond peak fame. Seinfeld's investments extend into high-value real estate in Manhattan and the Hamptons, a classic billionaire diversification strategy to ensure wealth stability. CelebrityNetWorth.com. Tyler Perry, storyteller and empire builder. Tyler Perry's rise from poverty to billionaire status is a modern-day rags-to-riches story. Born in New Orleans in 1969, Perry overcame abuse, homelessness, and early career rejection to become a playwright, filmmaker, and media mogul. Perry's signature creation, the Media franchise, began as stage plays and evolved into films and television, creating a vertically integrated entertainment empire. Unlike Seinfeld, who leveraged a single show, Perry owns both content and distribution platforms, maximizing both control and profits. In 2025, Tyler Perry's net worth is estimated at $1 billion, a testament to his relentless focus on ownership and scalability in entertainment. Tyler Perry Studios advantage. Perry's crown jewel is Tyler Perry Studios, the largest film production studio in Atlanta, and one of the largest owned by an African American. The studio produces films, television shows, and digital content, generating revenue not just from production contracts, but also from studio rentals and partnership deals. Unlike traditional celebrities, Perry controls every aspect of his productions: writing, directing, producing, and distribution. This level of vertical integration allows him to retain a significant portion of revenue from every project, from ticket sales to syndication deals. Additionally, Perry has diversified into television deals with Viacom CBS and streaming platforms, ensuring that his brand remains highly visible while generating long-term financial returns. Cultural impact as a financial multiplier. Both Seinfeld and Perry demonstrate that cultural relevance directly enhances financial outcomes. Seinfeld's observational humor resonates globally, creating content that transcends generational barriers, while Perry's storytelling reflects lived experiences of African American communities, filling representation gaps in mainstream media. In both cases, audience loyalty translates into long-term revenue streams, whether through syndication, streaming, live tours, or digital content. The cultural imprint of these entertainers also influences partnerships and endorsements. Seinfeld's curated collaborations with brands, often humor-oriented or luxury-focused, leverage his brand identity without diluting its core value. Perry's partnerships span consumer products, television licensing, and even philanthropic ventures, showing that culturally resonant content can unlock opportunities in seemingly unrelated industries. In essence, both comedians convert intangible influence into tangible financial capital, demonstrating the intersection of fame, brand equity, and strategic monetization. Who builds the lasting legacy? Jerry Seinfeld and Tyler Perry both demonstrate that comedy can generate extraordinary wealth, but their legacies are defined by fundamentally different empire designs. The distinction is not in success, but in how each converted creative output into enduring financial structures. Across all the matchups in Luxuries Legacy, Celebrity Showdown, a consistent truth emerges. Fame may ignite opportunity, but ownership sustains it. Each showdown reveals a different pathway to power, yet all converge on the same principle. Lasting wealth is engineered, not inherited from popularity. Oprah Winfrey and Rihanna illustrated the contrast between media ownership and consumer brand empires. Tiger Woods and Magic Johnson highlighted the divide between monetizing athletic visibility and building institutional ownership. LeBron James and Jay-Z revealed the difference between performance-driven influence and cultural empire control. Jerry Seinfeld and Tyler Perry completed the narrative, opposing intellectual property residuals against vertically integrated production infrastructure. What unites these varied strategies is a commitment to control, foresight, and the transformation of influence into financial systems. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.